Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will show you how we can make a blinking kind of material, like a bomb blinking. When we detonate a bomb, it just blinks for some time and just blasts, right? So that material and how we can implement it via a timer and the blueprints. So yeah, let's get into it. I will first create a material. I will just rename it to mm blank. Let's just name it blank. We go inside, and the first thing we need to do is just make it unlit. And just for the showcase purpose, I'm doing this. And what we need to do is to add a sign note, as simple as that. So by default, when you add it, it will throw you an error. So you can add a time node here and just connect it, and it is as simple as that. You got your blanking material, but right now we don't have any control over time or anything else actually, so it's just this. So what we can do is just multiply it with the time node, like the multiply it with the time and period. We'll just name it to a period, and when we change these values of the period, it will just blink fast or slow according to the time. And I just made this as a, we'll just do it back to 1, and we'll control this in blueprint, this parameter which we just made, and new period, right? Save this and we can close it for now. I'll just make a blueprint here. You should do it in a proper folder structure, but just for the showcase purpose I'm just putting it here. I'll just rename it to bb underscore blank, and I'll add a simple sphere. Now I'm just adding a sphere here, but you can add it to the proper mesh which you are using. So how we will do it here is, in the event begin play, we'll just add a set timer by event, and the event delegate will add a custom event here. The delegate, I can connect it to that event, and now this timer is basically attached to the activate event, and whatever we do in the activate, it will happen after the time which we have provided in the timer. So I'll just promote this to a variable called timer, and I will create a dynamic material instance for this sphere, because we just need to change the material here for to the blink material which we have used. By default, the sphere has a different material assigned to it, right? So I'm just using the blink which we made currently. Now I can promote this one to the variable. Right, I'll just rename it to material underscore blinking instead of this material underscore, if I get the spelling right. Good. Here what we can do is get this sphere and set the material to this material blink. That's it. Now we need to change the period settings of this material, right? Because currently it's just 1, and if we just do this, it will just keep on blinking at the interval of 1 second, right? So we'll get this material blink, and just and we can set a scalar parameter value. Remember, we made a parameter per period, right? So just connect to the event tech because we need to change it every frame, right? So I'll get the timer, and there is a very handy note which is set get timer elapsed time by handle. This, and we'll just clamp these values. So these values I can assign it to the period which we just made in the blank. It's better to copy and paste here and to always get the proper name, right? The minimum and maximum value can be whatever speed you want. Once the timer activates and during the end, those values will blink faster. Basically, that's it. So I'll just get the timer to 3 seconds and change the clamp values to something like, let's check this in the viewport. I'll just keep it here, play, and you can see it just becomes faster after a certain point of time, like in 3 seconds, right? But right now we don't have any destroy sequence because in the activate we haven't supplied any function what it should do, right? Because so now if we on the activate we just put destroy actor, so after 3 seconds which we have set in the timer in the delegate, we'll just destroy it after 3 seconds. Play, and it blinks and just goes away. Can make the timer 4 hours. And one more thing is to change these colors. Right now it's just black and white. We can use any color and just multiply it with it, right? Just make it a little red and just multiply it with the sign values. And another thing is to use a loop, so you can get a loop. Just copy this material, not material, the color node, and change the color to white, I guess. Yep, a little bit white, and just apply it to the B and A of the loop, and put the sign values in alpha and supply it to emissive color. There are many different ways to do it, but this is one of the way to do it. You can probably clamp the values here or in the blueprint, doesn't matter. Work according to your requirements, right? We can check the gameplay now. You can see it's blinking, and after 4 seconds it just dies with a faster period of blinking. Cool. Thank you for watching the video and see you in the next one.